the best in entertainment, the best in drinks, including great wine. All with Sally James and Steve Andrews. Slow Living Radio on CRN.
Live across America, the PM Show with Mike Horn on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Hey, welcome to the PM Show Monday edition here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm your host, Michael Horn. Paul Stern with us at Side Saddle. On the other side of that saddle, giving me a strange look, the incredible side saddle himself, Scott St. James. Scotty, welcome back. Paul, welcome to the show.
And usually I got thrown off the horse, so you know.
Lots to talk about. Birthdays today and a whole lot of stuff going on there. Michelle Rodriguez, she starred in Lost. She's been in a lot of things. Great actress. She's told TMZ, she said, stop stealing all the white people's superheroes. Make up your own. She was remarking to TMZ that minority actors should portray superheroes that reflect their heritage instead of established characters. Oh, I have a superhero. I have Lawnmower Man, Omar, who works at my house. And then I go to my favorite restaurant where Busboy Man takes care of a lot of stuff. It's like, you could be a superhero. Am I right?
Of course. In a situation like that, the interviewer is setting her up to begin with.
Yes.
And so then she just fires back with some stuff. So I don't take any of this stuff seriously, although it is entertaining.
It is entertaining. Yeah. I mean, don't fall for these things, you know? It's like, it's really something. How was your weekend, gentlemen? Scott St. James, how was your weekend?
Well, it was all right. I left here and went and played poker, and I got surrounded by a whole bunch of people who were sick.
Oh, wait a minute. So it sounds like you caught a little something.
Yeah,
is that right?
I did. I was sitting around with a bunch of sick, poker players.
Well, when you play, you went to a club, right? You went to one of the casinos in Los Angeles. So there's a lot of smoking that goes on in there, so that's not good for you. And then people were sick. But did you win? That's the most important thing.
No.
So take it easy. Okay, I'll cut the microphone. You can just point at me.
No, I'm okay.
And Paul Stern, how about your weekend?
It was pretty good up until I drove by that breast pumping station that got me a lot of trouble.
It got you in trouble, and you just stop. I don't know. What is your problem with that, with a breast pumping station?
It caught my
What is wrong with you?
I was at the corner.
You need to get a woman in your life. You need to get married, and you need to have kids.
Am
I right, Tomas? Then it won't be such a big deal to them.
I know this means nothing to everybody listening across the country. But
of course it doesn't. That's why you brought it up.
I was around the corner of Wilshire Boulevard and 26th Street.
Yep.
And I just looked at the side next to what was, I guess, an Irish pub, actually, McGinty's. And they had this other business kind of catty-cornered to it. And it was a breast pumping station for those that are nursing. They can go into this facility and go ahead and do things that I guess you wouldn't do in public. So I was rather impressed.
Glad you're getting educated in the world. Scott, you and I had like sex education in school and everything. Am I right?
Yeah, you know something. I never went looking for pumps, but it's just but different strokes for different folks.
Exactly. Thank you very much. Paul's contribution to the show. Birthdays today. Dr. Seuss is having a birthday today. So how old do you think Dr. Seuss is?
I don't know.
Theodore Seuss Geisel was born 111 years ago today.
I was 21 years old.
Yeah, you were close. It's good.
I heard that Desi Arnaz was born 98 years ago today.
How many? 8 years ago?
98.
98 years ago. Yeah, I had to interview Desi Arnaz. It was a great, fun interview many years ago.
I would have thought that Desi Arnaz actually cracked 100 some time ago. But,
no, he passed away.
Although I realized that. Oh, they're talking like what do they say? Like they're talking. I think we know that Desi passed away, but he's approaching 100. But I thought he had long since approached 100, even in his current condition.
Do you care to offer any else? Any other comments?
Did I mention?
Scott, can we talk about gas prices when we come back?
Well, actually, we could talk about Paul.
Yeah, we could. Okay, we'll talk about it. We continue straight ahead here. It's the PM Show, Monday edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
I still want to hear about the interview with Desi Arnaz. That could be the kind of the gem of the show.
Happy birthday to former
away from Scott St. James.
Soviet President Mikhail Gorbachev. How old do you think he is?
Desi Arnaz.
84 years old today. Barbara Luna. Remember her, the green alien on Star Trek? She was quite exotic. She's having a birthday today, and I don't give away women's ages.
Barbara passed away.
So we won't say anything. No, she's still with us.
That's very nice of you.
Homeowners, now is the season to be thinking about your roof, because all it takes is one storm to turn a small roof problem into a major leak. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears at 888-465-9720. You can save $500 if you call right now. Sears licensed, fully insured contractors can get your roofing job done right. Just call 888-465-9720. Sears has a variety of shingles and
styles that are built for long-lasting performance. And you'll save $500 if you call now. So call Sears for a free in-home consultation at 888-465-9720. Hurry, offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. That's Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. Call 888-465-9720. 888-465-9720. Call Sears now and get that roof repaired. Call 888-465-9720.
Welcome back here to the PM Show Monday edition. Michael Horn, Paul Stern, Scotty St. James. Scott with us from time to time. We love it when he's here in the studio. Star of television, star of radio, motion pictures. Welcome back to the show here, Scott St. James. Good to have you with us.
Scott came to us a little under the weather. I'm
okay, really. But, there's
okay.
Three good television shows on tonight.
Okay, so this is good because they're starting to do some new things. What's on TV tonight?
Well, Gotham, which has been on for a little while.
You like that show?
I do.
I love it. I think the writing and the acting is superb.
Me too. That's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock the following. This is the third season.
I can't stand that
Kevin
show.
Bacon. You didn't like it?
I liked it. I started to watch it at first, but it is so gruesome and so many people getting stabbed in the stomach with knives that I couldn't watch it anymore.
Well,
I would watch it because of Kevin Bacon. I wanted to watch it.
Well, that's it. And that's why I watch it, because he's a terrific actor.
What happened in season 2? I missed it because
he's still
in season 1, the guy supposedly burnt up in the shed, but then of course he came back. The evil guy came back.
Well, they both ended up alive, because that's the way it is. And until the ratings go down, then they'll be killed.
Would his wife ever survive? The love interest there for Kevin Bacon?
He's got a new one.
Oh, so there's a new one. So
he's a new one starting tonight. Yeah, it's a new one. And also at 10 o'clock tonight, this is the second episode on NBC of a thing called The Night Shift. I saw the first episode and I said, this is a winner. At least off
You're
the first one
solid
that I saw.
on this.
Yes, I am. I like all three.
Roger Ebert used to have so many thumbs up. You have this is a winner. Now,
solid.
The Night Shift is solid. It's like it's one of those doctor shows though.
Yes,
do they show like hearts pumping and all that kind of stuff?
No, I didn't see any hearts pumping in the first thing. But there's a drop dead gorgeous woman, and I don't know who it is. I got to figure out find out who she is.
I might have to tune in then.
She's very, very good. But they're all good. It's different than some of the other shows.
You don't like Castle?
I watch Castle.
I love Castle.
Yes.
I think it's the best show on TV.
I'm just talking about tonight.
Monday night is usually Castle night, but I think The Bachelor has got their final episode, and it's taking all hours tonight on ABC.
I don't think it's on tonight.
No, it's not. I think The Bachelor is.
Yeah, because I've got the list right here.
Hold on a second. Paul Stern, let's clear the decks, as Vince Scully used to say. This is the Dodgers Radio Network. Here's a comment from Paul Stern. You can turn your radios down if you want to.
You should have asked Scott. You don't like Castle. That's not the way to pose a question.
Well, that's all right with me.
How should I pose
you're
it?
trying to influence them. That's what you're doing. You don't like Castle. I mean,
you don't like Castle?
Well, I haven't seen it. We had the guy
it's only
on.
been on for like 7 seasons.
Well, no, we had the guy on from Castle. And I admit
the guy on. John Huertas, one of the stars of Castle.
But
we've had Stana Katic on the show.
I don't mind a response. I mean, hit me with something like that, then it's up to me to either agree with you or not.
Thank you.
It's not I don't have a problem with
Take
that.
it easy, Paul. You've had a rough weekend. Something obviously going by the pumping station affected you. Now, birthdays today. Let's get a couple of quick birthdays in.
You don't like Castle. The next thing I'm saying that's my favorite show.
Okay, well, now it's about time. I'm glad you say that it's your favorite show. Okay, Mikhail Gorbachev's 84. Here we go. Barbara Luna, I told you, she's 76. Lorraine Newman, she was on Saturday Night Live, and I know you want to talk about Saturday Night Live, so let's lead into that. How old do you think Lorraine Newman is? You starred on that show.
Well, I don't know.
Well, don't
this
say
will
that.
Be a good one for you. Oh, wait a minute. Now, what are you going to be here, the don't say that guy? Let him say what he wants to.
Well, I mean,
it's like the censor here. Oh, don't say that.
Well, what do you say?
Put him in a separate booth on the next show, Tomas. So you just, don't say that. The censor here, the guy that was talking about the pumping station, he's censoring. Scotty, we got to take your answer now.
I just got to tell you.
5 seconds.
You know, I did sports for a lot, and right now, the way Paul's going, we would give him a drug test.
That's one of those Jim Headley deals, isn't it?
Thank you very much. Okay, Lorraine Newman.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll say 60.
Very good, 63. John Bon Jovi, how old do you think he is?
58.
53.
Okay.
Now, here is the latest actor, the latest James Bond, the actor to play James Bond, Daniel Craig. How old?
In his 40s.
Yeah, where? Higher or lower 40s?
5.
That's playing it pretty safe. Scott St. James, higher or lower? You have to
45.
Well, I said higher or lower. You got to go either above or below.
All right, 46.
Very close, 47.
Okay.
Kind of like a modified version of the birthday game.
Chris Martin is the singer's 38. Ben Roethlisberger. Now, there you go. The quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. How old is this guy?
Well, he's in his 30s, but I don't know where.
That's good. So,
yeah.
30s.
Very good quarterback. That's all I think
33,
about.
33.
He's automatic Hall of Famer when he's retires.
Really?
Yeah, I think so too. Now, what about the Saturday Night Live? You told us to watch it. I hope people did, but I forgot. So what happened Saturday night?
Well, the young woman got in there, and as we all knew, she was going to be the host.
What's her name? Johnson?
Dakota Johnson.
Dakota Johnson from
and her
25 Shades of Grey.
And her real mother and father showed up.
Really?
They were there.
Don Johnson and Melanie Griffith?
That was a big. Yeah, they came. They're not married to each other anymore, but they came as a couple.
That's good.
And of course, needless to say, the daughter was very, very happy, and they just sung her praises after it was all over with, and I don't blame them because I saw the whole show. I thought she was terrific.
But the writing wasn't as you thought up to par.
Well, actually, the writing was pretty good.
That was the Academy Awards.
Do you like Castle?
Yeah, I like Castle.
We just want to make sure. I just want to throw that out at you.
It depends on what day
the writing. So it was an okay Saturday night. Because sometimes they can be good, sometimes bad.
They can, and there were a couple of things that she did that caused people to criticize. But that's not her fault. She goes in and they hand her stuff and she does it.
That's good.
And she showed that, and which most of us who have been following this think she's got a terrific career in front of her. She's a fine young actress.
That's good. So you liked the show?
Yeah, I did.
Probably better than the week before. They had Blake Shelton on the week before.
I thought Blake, I heard, was good too. Blake Shelton was good. He's a down-to-earth good guy.
I didn't see the week before.
Yeah, now, Justin Bieber had a birthday Sunday.
Yeah.
And he celebrated a birthday on a private Caribbean island.
Oh.
Well, he can afford it.
And there's, those of you, and I have a Samsung phone that I love a lot. I've got the S5. There's a new S6 that has come out now. It's generating a lot of buzz as an updated product, and it's the Galaxy S6 was unveiled at the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, Spain. So apparently it's going to be opened up and available in England, in Europe first, in Spain and the rest of Europe before it gets here to the United States.
Sweet.
So there we have that. We pass that along. Now, let's talk about gasoline, because we mentioned at the tail of the show on Friday that gas prices seem to be going up, at least in Southern California. They've been going up, and apparently this was due to some kind of a dysfunctional oil refinery or something. What was going on there?
Well, because of the fact that I tend to be very cynical about a lot of things, I just wonder if that was done on purpose. Because there's a lot of these drug magnets that were not drug. What am I talking about? Gasoline magnets.
Yeah.
All upset about those prices being down, and so now we got ourselves an explosion. And in less than a week, it was more than $1 a gallon.
How can it go up that fast? That's nuts.
Well, that's called greed.
It is. It ticks me off. Gas prices literally were down to like 2 something.
Still going up.
It's close to $4 or 3 something again, $3.50 or whatever.
While we're talking, it's probably $1.50 more in a week.
How can that happen? That's what I want to know.
Well, it can if you're greedy and you own the stuff, so you can. And these guys are greedy. Anybody that thinks better is crazy. Sign
that pipeline thing. Let's get some of the oil from Canada in there. Just start loading it up with a lot more gas, so we don't have to depend on some of these other sources here, the refineries and things. Build more stuff. Get some infrastructure going. Fossil fuels. Go forward. Am I right? They had that Solyndra company, and, the government, Obama put all that money in there, and the thing went belly up, and guys have loaded pockets with cash, and we have no more power and no gasoline. Am I right? Tomas is with me on this. Paul, what do you think? Okay, what do you think?
Get rid of the rich guys and bring in some new guys to run it down so we all of it can get a break.
I'm tired of paying it. You're right, but literally in 1 day or 2 days, the prices went up.
It's nuts.
It is nuts.
It's greed is what it is.
If it's any consolation.
Point from Paul Stern.
Over the weekend, I happened to dine at the El Compadre restaurant on Sunset Boulevard, and I have no shortage of gas.
Thanks for sharing, Paul.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California for our sizzling party savings. Book your wedding event or reception, your birthday bash, or a special event of any kind and celebrate at Angelo's and Vinci's. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's and celebrate in one of our many festive banquet rooms. It's an incredible fun event you will never forget. Food, music, and lots of fun. Call for the details, and don't forget our daily lunch and dinners, plus our Sunday champagne brunch. Just $14.95. Minestrone soup, sausage and peppers, pastas, chicken dishes, salads, scones, and muffins. Plus so much more. A chocolate fondue fountain, Zeppelis, cannolis, fresh fruit, champagne, and Junior will be waiting to make the omelet of your choice from our omelet bar. Angelo's and Vinci's has been voted on the Orange County Hot List as one of the top 5 Italian restaurants for the past 6 years. And don't forget our award-winning pizzas. Thin or thick, they're yummy. It's all at Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022. 714-879-4022.
Do you have unfiled tax returns or owe the IRS or state more than $10,000? If you don't take action now, your tax problem is going to get worse. Much worse. Seizure of property, bank levies, wage garnishments, and potential criminal prosecution. And if you owe the IRS back payroll taxes, chances are you will be visited at your home or business by an IRS agent. Don't become paralyzed by fear. Take action now. Call the experts at U.S. Tax Shield for help. Our team of experienced tax attorneys can get you protected, stop collections, and negotiate a permanent settlement with the IRS and state, potentially saving you thousands of dollars. At U.S. Tax Shield, our tax advisors will review your case for free, inform you of your rights, and give you a guaranteed quote. No games and no tricky upsells. That's why we have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and thousands of satisfied clients. Put an end to your torment. Get protected. Get the Shield. Call U.S. Tax Shield now at 800-211-8753. That's 800-211-8753. 800-211-8753.
Your parents spent their whole lives looking out for you, but now the roles have reversed. More than 30 million Americans care for an aging parent. But if you're one of them, it's easy to feel like you're in it alone. Navigating programs like Medicare can be confusing. But CaregiverAction.org and MedicareMadeClear.com/caregiver can connect you to resources that can help you help your loved one. Make caring for your loved one a bit easier and learn more about Medicare today.
Hi, this is Fred Dreyer. Join me and Michael Horn on the PM Show Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern here on CRN Digital Talk. We talk about things in the sports world nobody else does. So listen in to me and Mike at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern right here on CRN Digital Talk. And go to crntalk.com for more information on other show times. And don't forget to take us with you by downloading the CRN app on the App Store.
PM Show, Monday edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Michael Horn, Paul Stern, Scotty St. James. Yeah, the following, Scott and I were just talking to the break. It's just, and you said I'm not the only guy. It is too violent. I mean, when I was a kid, they wouldn't let, Jim West, Robert Conrad, have too many fights in the Wild Wild West. They wanted to tone down all the action scenes. They wouldn't let gunfights go on Gunsmoke, an old Western series. And now on this following, I mean, my God, they're sticking knives in guys' guts and they're ripping them out and the guys are bleeding to death. And it's like, I'm no prude, but I couldn't take it anymore, so I stopped watching.
Well, as Dylan said, the times they are changing, and there's a whole lot of that stuff that's going on right now. And I think we're about just 2 or 3 steps away from nudity on television, to tell you the truth. We already have it on cable. And I don't have any problem with that, but it's but some people, they're offended by that kind of stuff.
Where's Tipper Gore when we need her? Now she should remember they were putting those labels on the CDs that this could be harmful. I think we should at least label some of these shows. Now here's another thing. You mentioned Dakota Johnson, and you kind of talked about her being on Saturday Night Live and all that, but there's a big stink that came out over that you did not touch on, and I want your opinion. They said, has she joined ISIS? At least the character that she played on Saturday Night Live made the internet go crazy. Apparently in this skit, correct me if I'm wrong because you saw it, Dakota Johnson was hosting Saturday Night Live. In the skit, she's dropped off at the airport by her dad, not her real dad, played by Taron Killiam. And instead of joining the army like the Toyota commercial, she joins the Savage.org social media gang. And so the internet blew up with responses like, and here's what they're saying on the internet: I think it's safe to say I will never watch Saturday Night Live or any Dakota Johnson's movies ever again. Another one, dear hashtag SNL. Jokes about ISIS are not funny. See how much you laugh when you have to see your loved ones being slaughtered. No respect, end of quote. And finally, actually offended by the ISIS sketch. Is that seriously all you could come up with? Question mark at NBC SNL and hashtag SNL. So, what's your thoughts on that skit?
You're asking the right guy.
Yes. Come on.
Yeah, it's that's what I was referring to when I said that there had been something that went on that bothered people. But the reality is this, and folks, for those of you who are listening, listen to this. I'm a guy who's a working actor, and I know how this stuff works. And that is that you've got a producer and a director who hands you the script, and you got two choices: you do the movie or you walk out. And if you're going to do it, you're just going to do what they give you, because that's the way that it works. And so it's got nothing to do with what she believes in, or he, but in this particular case, she. It's got nothing to do with what she believes in. She has been handed a script, and she gets up there and does it. That's all. That's the way it works. And so to be jumping on her is crazy. You want to jump on the show for doing it? Okay, that's fair.
See, I would jump on that. I'm with you on that. I'm with it. And Taran Killam, who was in the skit, defended it on Twitter, saying, again, quote, "Proud of this. Freedom to mock is our greatest weapon. Thanks to the writers who asked not to be mentioned by name." Now, first off, I'll say I didn't see it, but I do believe, even in humor, sometimes it's too soon to come up with some of this stuff. And when you got a guys being lit up and burned by fire, and when you got guys that are being beheaded, maybe the writers should think about what they portray, and maybe sometimes it might be too soon to start doing comedy material.
Well, let me tell you what they saw, because you didn't see it.
I did not see it.
There wasn't anybody who had their head knocked off.
Right.
I certainly would have been upset with that.
Right.
Nobody got shot.
Right.
And it was just a matter of, it was an attempt at humor. Some people, I'm sure, laughed. Some did not. But nobody got killed. Nobody got hurt. The whole thing is ISIS. Now, I get that. That bothers people. That bothers people a lot. It bothers me a lot. It wouldn't bother me at all if we went in there and wiped out all those people. I got no problem with that. But when you're talking about a television show and you're asking somebody, in this particular case, your host, here's your script, you do it.
But here's the deal. If you've got a loser Secretary of State that says a stupid video that was made showing the Muslims in an ill light caused the Benghazi situation to take place, and they stayed with that at the national stage of the President of the United States, the person from the United Nations, Hillary Clinton, and it's a big deal about that. That's a major deal, and I'm thinking this goes right along with the people that are defending this. You got to take a look at the other thing just as well, because we got to have the truth out there somewhere. The truth is not there. I love to have jokes. I love to see good TV shows. When people start getting knives in their guts and bleeding out on television, that ain't my cup of tea. I will switch the channel, and I don't appreciate Saturday Night Live. They are too much, as you and I mentioned in the 40-year anniversary. I mean, come on, they had maybe 7 to 10 good years, and the rest have been mediocre at best on Saturday night.
Yeah. What about the Czechoslovakian swingers, the wild and crazy guys, the weekend update, the hello, I'm Jane
That's
Kirk.
Not what I'm talking about, Paul. You can't go and make absurd over something where guys are getting murdered. The Czechoslovakian guys are not murdering people.
What I'm saying is that the Saturday Night classic skits that they did.
Well, I'm saying they had about 5 to 7 good years of stuff, but I would think I would now want to watch this skit to see what I think about it.
I got something else for you, but we got to take a break.
All right, Scotty. Scott St. James, Paul Stern. I'm Michael Horn. It's the PM Show, Monday edition here from CRN. Stay with us. CRN travelers, relax at the beautiful Fountain Grove Inn and Conference Center in Santa Rosa, California. Come to quality and come to luxury. Experience the newly renovated guest rooms. They're generously sized and they're decorated in the Tuscan tradition. They have great, incredible pillow-top mattresses, luxurious linens, and down-filled comforters. The Fountain Grove Inn also offers complimentary Wi-Fi and internet access. There's warm cookies and coffee every evening in the hotel lobby, and you can visit the newly remodeled Equus Restaurant and Equus Lounge with its new wine bar. It's the ideal place to relax and enjoy a glass of wine and watch our What's Cooking on Wine show on CRN with host Larry Van Alst on Wednesdays. It's the Fountain Grove Inn, Hotel, and Conference Center located in the heart of Sonoma wine country.
It's easily located in Santa Rosa off the 101 Fountain Grove Parkway exit. Call 707-578-6101. That's 707-578-6101 or visit fountaingroveinn.com.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. Really? They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
If you're struggling to find reliable senior living information for your mom or dad, then call or go online to get the free help you need during this turbulent time. Call now, 800-471-5173, 800-471-5173.
You order a glass of your favorite Cabernet, fresh asparagus, hollandaise on the side, a filet, medium rare. You unfurl your napkin with a flair, close your eyes, and prepare to listen. Ah, there it is. The sweet music you long to hear. The sizzle. The sizzle of a Ruth's Chris steak.
The most magnificent corn-fed prime beef, broiled to perfection at 1800 degrees. Some call it a sizzle. We call it an anthem.
As the waiter approaches, you think, is this one mine or that one?
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like Ruth always said, life's too short to eat anywhere else.
Make a reservation online at ruthschris.com or by calling 800-544-0808.
Geico presents Fan Mail to a Pig.
Dear Maxwell, I just want to say thank you for making my Geico Insurance ID card digital. It's easy to find on the app. It doesn't give me paper cuts, and I always have it on hand because it's on my phone. Because of this, I finally cleaned out my glove box, which was filled with years of paper ID cards. Any thought on what I should put in my glove box now? Sincerely, Trent Patterson. Trent, what can you put in the glove box? Here's a crazy thought. How about gloves?
Digital insurance ID cards, just a tap away on the Geico app.
The Doug Stephan Good Day program, early morning radio, and I guess it is radio, although it's radio on TV because this is CRN Digital Talk. You can find out what's going on in the world. We talk about the issues of the day, the events of the day, the people that people are talking about. We have an interesting way of looking at the news and having a little fun with the issues. So if you want to have some fun, learn a few things, and get up on the right side of the world, Doug Stephan's Good Day program, weekday mornings, 2 to 7 a.m. on CRN Digital Talk.
It's the PM Show, Monday edition from CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn. The great Paul Stern is with us. The incredible Scotty St. James, the Jammer, is here with us. And we've been talking about Saturday Night Live. You saw it. Paul and I did not. A lot of you probably saw that. And we're talking about the skit Saturday night in which they had a skit about ISIS and people got upset with Dakota Johnson. I happen to agree with you, Scott St. James. We talked about during the break that you shouldn't get upset with Dakota Johnson. If you have a problem with it, it's probably the writers that put it together. But other people have seen it, even though I read you some of these comments where they said, dear Saturday Night Live, jokes about ISIS are not funny. See how much you laugh when you have to see your loved ones being slaughtered, no respect. Some people that saw it said that they thought it was humorous. I think sometimes it's too soon to talk about it. But then I compared it to the Benghazi situation where we had people in elected power. The President of the United States, Susan, what's her name, from the United Nations, and Hillary Clinton, who Hillary got on and said, hey, this is a video that got everybody ticked off, and that's what caused this attack. And to this day, I still don't know what the investigation found. I mean, they told us these stories, and I've never seen a report, or I've never had a newsman talk about it. Now, you, Scott, wanted to talk about this.
Yeah. First of all, your daughter checked in with you, and she got it. She got the fact.
You're talking about the skit on Saturday Night
Live. I'm starting with that.
Okay.
And your daughter is just one example. She's not the only one who got it.
And I did not see it, and I say I should see it first before commenting. So I'm throwing that out first.
But what you bring up here, and see, this is what got me when you brought this thing up, and I'm so right with you. First of all, I'm on the side of the actor who did what she did, and the rest of us, you're crazy to be blaming those people. But when you start talking about including high-powered people who can do stuff about this, like Hillary Clinton, our president, and a bunch of other people. That's a whole different deal. If you want to talk about ISIS and compare to these other things that are going on, and wondering why aren't our officials doing something? I'm with you there, and I'll ride that horse, and let's go and let's raise all kinds of hell and find out why they're not doing anything. But to pick on an actor is stupid. But this stuff here, we should be on these.
There's got to be truth. There has to be truth and trust in your government. And
get these ISIS
if there was a mistake,
away.
If Hillary Clinton thought that it was this deal, or if she was told that, those words and stories should come out, and it should say, just like in the debate when Mitt Romney was running against Obama in the re-election or whatever,
he was lost.
And that Candy, whatever her name was from CNN, she jumps right in there and says, "Oh no, he called them terrorists." No, he didn't. I remember listening to it and never remembered President Obama calling anybody a terrorist till way down the line. And this Candy Crowley jumps in and puts words in there and helps the president. That's where people get a bad feeling about the media. When people put words in other people's mouths and defend them, let the two guys on the center stage battle it out. If somebody wants to say, hey, you didn't say that or you didn't, they go back and forth. That's good stuff. I want to see that kind of thing. And I think there's the Brian Williams thing. Once again, when you got a newsman, there's got to be trust in news. Here's one more. I'm a little upset that, and I'm not saying Democrats, Republicans, they're both the same. Any politician going on the late night talk shows, yucking it up, being on shows or the Ellen Show or whatever, closing up traffic so they can be on the air with them. There should be a pedestal for our officials. They should be above the entertainment. Instead of being a guest on the show, you're going to be interviewed, be on 60 Minutes. Be on the CBS or the NBC Evening News. Be there where you can be treated as a respected person that is making policy for this country and not the yuck. I mean, we got guys getting beheaded all over the world, and the number one thing that the news media picks up is President Obama tweeting about how great Leonard Nimoy was as Spock. I missed the fact that Leonard Nimoy is gone. I'm saddened by it, but for that to be the lead coming from the President of the United States when there's government affairs and things going on, that's a problem to me. I think we need to be, those officials, senators, governors, presidents, they should be focused on a higher level of things other than just the run-of-the-mill entertainment show. And our politicians have gotten to be entertainers.
I totally agree with you. As a matter of fact, I wish we had a bunch of people like that guy that was in the movie that killed all those people, 160 people. The guy who himself got killed. I can't think of his name right now.
You're talking about the Gone in 60 Seconds, the guy, racing guy. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. What we need to do is, in my view, we've got these crazy people that have our attention. Chopping people's heads off and everything else has absolutely nothing to do with a comedy sketch.
Right.
But we do have officials who, it seems to me, and perhaps behind closed doors they are, because we never know what's really going on. But if they're not doing anything, then every one of them should be fired, because we got to do something about this. We got to slow these people down who are just, walking around and just arbitrarily just, chopping people's heads off and everything else. Wherever that's coming from, that area has got to be destroyed.
And one more point. Netanyahu is here, going to be speaking in front of the Senate. And there's a big brouhaha. Democrats may not show up. There's the slap in the face of President Obama. This guy in Israel happens to be our one loyal aide in the Middle East. They happen to be the guys that defend the United States, will support us. They are, with us. And it's like, this country is built on freedom of speech. Why can't the guy speak in front of Congress?
You know, that's a problem. I don't see why you can't let him speak. And it's, he shouldn't talk about this. Damn, he's an individual. Let him speak. You don't have to agree with him. But you can listen to him.
Yeah, the problem that people have with him is that this thing he's trying to do with Iran, and people think he's wrong. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Then let him
have to agree with him.
Let him hang himself then. If that happens to be the truth, just get up there and do his thing and then say, okay, folks, what do you think? Get the rope out, whatever. Not literally, but, just, you see this guy's
hang
crazy.
Themselves. You're right. Yeah. If that's the case. And so you don't have to agree with him, but for God's sakes, let the people speak.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he's got a big title and, he wants to come in and talk. All right. Make a fool out of yourself. Hang yourself, brother. If that's how we feel about it. But, you want to talk.
And what's wrong with us as individuals that watch these things and take them so seriously, as in the case of the Saturday Night Live thing, or when they make fun of President Clinton or, Sarah Palin. So I'll go to both sides over there, and people think Sarah Palin says, I can see, Russia from my porch. That was right. Tina Fey, but what's wrong with us that start to believe that that's what she said? It's like, well, there's a disconnect. No, she didn't say it. Tina Fey said it, not Sarah Palin.
Yes, she did.
No, she did not. It was Tina Fey's line that said that on Saturday Night Live. I'm taking the challenge on you on that. Okay. Tina Fey said, I can see Russia from my front porch. That's a Saturday Night Live line. It was never uttered by Sarah Palin.
I think she said, I'll bet you. Oh, you bet you?
No, she said, I'll bet you.
I think she did.
All right, we continue straight ahead here. It's the PM Show, Monday edition. Scott St. James, Paul Stern, Michael Horn. We'll be right back on CRN.
You hear that, kid? That's the hum of a well-run facility. You know what I hate hearing? Silence. Silence on a production line means downtime. Downtime means wasted time. Wasted time means wasted money. Silence isn't golden, kid. It's deadly. That's why I love Grainger. With a wide variety of the latest products, Grainger gets us what we need when we need it to help keep this place up and running and humming away. Get it? Got it? Good. Call clickgrainger.com or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost you thousands. The Quicken Loans PMI Advantage is our lender-paid mortgage insurance program. You see, we pay the PMI so you don't have to. PMI Advantage can give you more options, more flexibility, and may save you thousands when you refinance. To learn more, call us at 800-QUICKEN. That's 800-QUICKEN, or visit us at QuickenLoans.com.
Important terms and conditions apply. Calls for cost information. Equal housing lender. Licensed law 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
Have you ever considered adding a home security system but thought it would be too expensive? Here's the good news. There's never been a more affordable time to help protect your home, valuables, and your loved ones. You can now get a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, with the installation of a new ADT monitored system. Here's even better news. Your new system, worth $850, is free. You pay just a $99 installation charge and purchase monthly monitoring for less than $2 a day. Call Protect Your Home today at 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. Get the peace of mind that comes with owning an ADT monitored system, plus a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home. Call now, 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. 36-month monitoring contract required. General terms and conditions apply. Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
PM Show, Monday edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Michael Horn, Paul Stern, Scott St. James. So Kevin Federline is gone from living in a $10 million house to DJing in the OC for the Heat nightclub. He's going to be doing that March 7th coming up.
Yep.
Really?
Nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. But he was living high on the hog now, and now he's under the hog.
Yeah, he's
think there's
spinning discs.
There's some guy at some kind of like adult cabaret who claims to be the son of Charles Manson who's spinning discs too.
Well, there you go. I don't know how that fits in.
I don't either.
But these thoughts. Will you have him tested, please? Okay. Now, Bruce Jenner's lesson, they say, is not learn talking on the cell phone while driving. Did they determine that he was talking on the cell phone when that accident took place?
Apparently not. Apparently he didn't get arrested.
Well, he was tooling around Friday in Los Angeles talking on his phone. He finished a round of golf, jumped in his Porsche and took off. And they have built-in Bluetooth capabilities, but apparently somebody saw him with his phone to his ear. So,
well, if he gets stopped,
that's a crime.
The penalty is $166 for that.
Kendall and Kylie Jenner may get their own spin-off series. Aren't we excited about that? They have been fixtures on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but the series would focus solely on them. Can't wait to not watch that one. The Lupita Nyong''s dress was returned to the scene of the crime. Did you hear that? The Oscar gown was returned to the London West Hollywood Friday afternoon, where it was taken 2 days earlier. The thief called TMZ to tell them where it could be found and said it was a worthless fake. So, did you know that? Apparently it was.
I didn't.
Whatever was on the dress, they said it wasn't worth anything.
Made out of pearls or something?
Something, yeah.
Only in Hollywood.
So, Sylvester Stallone. Have you ever worked with him, Scott?
Yes. Well, no, I've never worked with him, but
I've interviewed him.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, he's not going to take any kind of guff on the set, and he had to bust up a real brawl during the filming of his latest Rocky film. There's a new film coming out called Creed. And TMZ has learned that the sources close to the production say things went ballistic. This was in Ashton, Pennsylvania, last week when boxer actor Tony Bellew, who's playing Pretty Ricky, drove out of the boxing ring mid-scene and began unloading on the guy playing the corner coach. So it was not part of the scene, wasn't planned, and Sylvester Stallone had to jump in and pull the guys apart.
I like that. Matter of fact, you mentioned him. Here's a guy who probably is never going to have an Oscar, but he has had a fabulous career. He really has. He like everybody else has, slow days, slow weeks, slow months, slow years. But overall, he's hung in there and he's done very, very well for himself.
Speaking of hung in there, Justin Bieber in the news, and he had the birthday party. Apparently the gift that he got was a 65 Lincoln Continental. Didn't you own one of those one time, Paul?
Mine was, I think, a 79 Mark 5 Lincoln, but that's
You had a problem with the radio, as I recall?
I had a lot
of... You cut the dashboard and took out the original radio.
That was an 8-track.
Put in some kind of a non-original knockoff radio or something.
Went to the now out-of-business Circuit City.
Didn't you have a problem with the steering wheel as well?
The steering wheel came off at my hand, actually. As I pulled it to Las Vegas to get gas, it just came off right in my hand.
Paul actually drove a 79 Lincoln across the desert from Los Angeles to Las Vegas when he pulled in the actual steering wheel, like those old Goofy cartoons. It came off in his hand.
Fortunately, I had the car in reverse,
scary.
And I was able to back it into a parking space
by holding the little knob in the center. Looked like Robert Conrad driving it there for a while with the Brody knob. David Hasselhoff's daughter she says, I'm a rich kid now, check my resume. She's got TV credits to prove it. She's 24 years old. Taylor Ann Hasselhoff has been cast for season 3 of the reality show Rich Kids of Beverly Hills.
I think the phone is Robert Conrad's on the line, really just upset about that comment that I looked like Robert Conrad with the wheel.
Well, he's got a Brody knob, and he had that big Escalade. He used to spin that thing on a dime.
I don't think Conrad ever pulled it to Las Vegas in a 79 Lincoln with the
probably many years ago, back in 1979, he might have.
It came apart in his hand in the radio from Circuit City.
But not in 2012. Robert Downey Jr. wants you to be his date for the Avengers, the premiere. They're having the Avengers Age of Ultron going to premiere, and if you'd like to fly to LA, stay at a 4-star hotel and attend the premiere of the Avengers Age of Ultron on the arm of Robert Downey Jr. All you have to do is something good, and Robert's giving the opportunity to one lucky charitable person who donates to Julia's House. It's a hospice center for children with terminal illnesses. That's kind of a good thing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Good. Jennifer Garner is in the news. She's determined to get back to work after supporting her husband Ben Affleck and their 3 children for years. She's been doing those commercials, hasn't she?
Yes,
for what's in your wallet over there. She was a great actress in a lot of shows and things, wasn't she?
Very good actress.
Yeah, so she's won, I think, a Golden Globe or something. But anyway, she's hopefully we'll get back in and do a show. That would be good. Here's a good one for you country music fans. Did you ever play country music?
Yes.
Of course he did.
Ty Herndon, you like him?
I know who he is. I've never met him.
Could have been there faster, whatever his song is. He has surprised the country world because he came out of the closet.
Yes.
Ty Herndon is gay.
Yes.
And everyone has wondered what this will mean to his music. And so he's going to he's expanded on this, and he's going to have the first openly gay love song to another man that he's going to have on his upcoming concert tour.
That's not going to work.
Once again, the times they are changing, and I'll tell you something. These country people are not backwards people. You know, he's already put himself into the situation of being a fine talent, and these high rolling guys who have a lot of influence are like, go ahead, brother.
He says, quote, now, I may be the first man in country music to sing a love song to another man, and I'm very proud to do that. I'm not changing the he's for she's. It's straight on who I love. Love is universal. I'm keeping it unisex, but there are a few things that I've written that I wrote about in my own life. That's the one thing about country music. You got to sing what you know.
Yep. He'll be covered.
Yeah, I think he'll be covered on that too. All right, straight ahead we continue. Final segment coming up, PM Show Monday edition. Michael Horn, Paul Stern, Scott St. James on CRN.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Located in the heart of Maui's premier resort, Kaanapali Beach Hotel is officially recognized as Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel and the #1 best value in Hawaii. With a range of accommodations and affordable dining options, this is the ideal setting to turn Hawaiian dreams into lifelong memories. Live Hawaiian entertainment every evening, free year-round children's programs, weekly arts and crafts fairs, welcome breakfast, and departure kukui ceremonies add to the value. Swim in the whale-shaped pool, indulge in the fabulous spa and hotel salon. Enjoy Hawaiian hospitality at its best at the Kaanapali Beach Hotel. Call 800-262-8450 or go to kbhmaui.com. That's kbhmaui.com. Aloha.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Homeowners, now is the season to be thinking about your roof because all it takes is one storm to turn a small roof problem into a major leak. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears at 888-465-9720. You can save $500 if you call right now. Sears licensed fully insured contractors can get your roofing job done right. Just call 888-465-9720. Sears has a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance, and you'll save $500 if you call now. So call Sears for a free in-home consultation at 888-465-9720. Hurry, offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. That's Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. Call 888-465-9720. 888-465-9720. Call Sears now and get that roof repaired. Call 888-465-9720.
Thanks for joining us on the PM Show. Hot edition today, the Monday edition. It's been popping.
Heavy stuff here, man.
Thanks to Tomas for pressing the buttons. Courtney Cadera, our executive producer. Thank you all for listening. You can email us. info@crntalk.com, info@crntalk.com. Did you see Madonna fall off that stage? That would look pretty scary when she was performing and she backed up.
I saw the video.
Yeah, I saw that video as well. She's announced her Rebel Heart tour, And she's going to be going to Miami, Atlanta, San Juan, Montreal, Washington, New York, Brooklyn, Philly, Boston, Chicago, Detroit, Atlantic City, Toronto, St. Paul, Edmonton, Vancouver, Portland, San Jose, Glendale, Arizona, Las Vegas, Nevada, and ends it October 27th this year at the Forum in Los Angeles, California. That'll be interesting. Would you go see her?
Yeah, because you know something, she is really taking care of herself, and she's gone through it all, the drugs, the whole deal, but she still looks great.
Yeah.
And so she gets up there and she's dancing around like crazy and everything, and I mean that in a good way. So she's still an A-plus performer.
She also is going to be in, she's touring all over the world. She's going to be in Cologne, Germany, Prague, Czech Republic, Berlin, Stockholm, Herning, Denmark, Turin, Italy, Barcelona, Antwerp, London, Amsterdam, Paris, Manchester, UK, Birmingham, UK, and Glasgow, Scotland. That's going to be interesting. Now, are you a Downton Abbey person? Maggie Smith is not going to return to that show after next season, so they're saying, is this going to be the final season for the show?
Sounds like it when somebody like that leaves.
Because I've not watched that show. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't either.
Yeah.
It's but when something like that happens, it sounds to me like she probably got a better offer and got out of there before the bad stuff happens.
Robert De Niro said he didn't intentionally skip his IRS payments. Here's what happened.
I love this story.
He found out he had a $6.4 million tax lien put on him due to not paying Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
And it turns out it was because the IRS had been sending letters to the wrong address. The actor's rep commented on the situation saying, now quoting, IRS notifications of taxes due had been sent to an old address, currently an unoccupied commercial building. Once Mr. De Niro learned of this tax delinquency, he had a check for the full amount hand-delivered to their office yesterday.
Okay, well, that comes under the category of nobody ever explained it to me that way before. You got it. We're tired of all this stuff about houses that you're not in, that you own, so knock it off. We want the money now. Oh, okay.
The third season of Orange is the New Black is going to be on Netflix starting on June 12th. Those of you that like that. Movies.
Apparently the government didn't have any words, mince any words when they're getting their money from Mr. De Niro, I guess.
No, you would think.
Okay, number one film at the box office this last weekend, Focus. That's the Will Smith film. Have you seen that?
Not yet, but I will this week.
It looks like a pretty good film, isn't it? Like he and this woman, they kind of working together and then he falls
Will
for her.
Smith for a while was the biggest, actor in the world, but he hasn't made any movies for 2 or 3 years.
He did that Robert Conrad thing.
Don't even bring that up. That remake of the Wild Wild West was terrible.
Oh, no, it was awful.
Terrible.
It was awful.
Kingsman, The Secret Service from 20th Century Fox was the number 2 most viewed movie. What's that one about? Have you heard about that?
I'm sorry, what was it again?
Kingsman, the Secret Service.
I've heard nothing but bad stuff about that. That doesn't mean that they're right, but this is what people are hitting me with. They're telling me all to just wait for cable.
Really? Is that what they said? Really?
Well,
that's a big promotion for those of you. Too bad you didn't send us to see the film.
Right.
SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water. That was number 3.
Big hit.
50 Shades of Grey. You like that. That was number 4. Dropped off a little bit. And then what about The Lazarus Effect? Have you heard about this one?
I have. I plan to see it.
Yeah, I plan to see this too. What's it about?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know either. I just plan to see it. It sounds good. And then followed by McFarland USA, American Sniper, still holding in at 7.
Yep.
The Duff, Still Alice. I understand that's an excellent film. And number 10 was Hot Tub Time Machine 2.
Haven't seen that.
Yeah, I don't think I will either.
No, I'll wait for cable on that one.
That one sounds like the winner to me.
The way you participated in the show today, we should send them to see Hot Tub Time Machine 2.
Well, I saw the first one. I mean, so I'm in no hurry
Into the hot tub, one of the big lines. All right, thanks so much for joining us. Thank you, Scotty St. James. Hope you'll be back Friday with us. We got our big weekend edition on Friday. Thank you, Paul Stern. Thank you all for joining us. Thanks to Tomas for pressing the buttons. Courtney Kader, our executive producer. Check us out on the web at crntalk.com. Email us, info@crntalk.com. I'm Michael Horn. Have a good night.
Which is most appropriate because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio shows sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear high